Drink responsibly, man. Happy New Year again. I hope you guys are navigating the new year well. May God protect you from all of your not so wise decisions. I am Trailhand Bill, reporting live from South Florida. I think we got a story from Florida. Let's check it out. The Johnnies. Again.
Former Charlotte County deputy suspected of killing his wife and his mistress.
He used his power to prey on innocent females.
45 years after the crime, a confession on the killer's deathbed closes the case. But were other women put in danger?
So do you think there could be more victims out there?
I think we're going to have some multi-state coverage on this.
The former deputy is also accused of raping a teenager in the Deputy Explorer program.
John Greer avoided justice for decades, and he died without ever facing charges for these horrific crimes. NBC2's Alexia Charopoulos is live in Charlotte County with a look at this truly stunning case.
Peter, Kelly, Adele Easterly was shot and killed while she was on the job. She worked at what used to be called the farm store. That was behind us here. Now it is I believe it is the USA Grocery now. Now she worked here for a while and deputy called in her murder. But now 4 decades later, cold case detectives say he's the one who shot her. 25-year-old Adele Easterly was shot twice in 1979, once in the head and once in her back with a 12-gauge shotgun. The deputy who found her was John Greer, but there wasn't enough evidence to determine who killed Adele, so her case file landed on the desk of Mike Gandy and the other 2 Charlotte County cold case detectives.
Because you got a lot more resources today. You have a lot more like DNA. You have a lot more things you can try to do, cell phones, social media tracking, you have all that, and they didn't have that back then.
After cross-referencing old files and witnesses, Adele's friends said Greer had a relationship with Adele.
So I'd met him and I'd talked to him a time or two, and he was creepy. So my guess is that she started feeling the creeps too.
Greer left CCSO the next year and moved out of town.
He was very bold with women. I got a feeling he wasn't that bold with men. I think he was probably a wuss.
In 2016, detectives interviewed a woman who said Greer raped her as a sheriff explorer. Then they questioned him last year in Tennessee about Adele and his wife Jackie's death. That happened 71 days before Adele died. But he was on his deathbed.
When they talked about Adele, when they talked about Jackie, he acknowledged that he was involved in their shootings.
He died in March. Now Gandy and his team are determined to find more victims.
I think we're going to have some multi-state coverage on this. From the time that he died, we started putting out some information to other agencies between here and Kingsport, Tennessee.
Greer admitted to having some involvement in his wife's death, which was originally investigated as a suicide. But detectives tell us they are still working to put the pieces together there. Peter, Kelly.
Alexia, you have to wonder, I mean, it was decades before they caught up with this guy, and they had some clues. Why didn't they charge him or arrest him sooner?
Kelly, that's a great question. We actually asked that to the cold case detectives today, and they tell us they needed to cross-reference witnesses, go through old case files, make sure that they had enough to charge him, and before they could even go talk to him, that is, as well. And of course, they got him while he was on his deathbed, and it was too late for him to face charges at that point. I'm reporting here in Charlotte County. Alexia Charopoulos, NBC2.
All right, man, listen, when I say drink responsibly, I spoke about this in one of my live videos. I mentioned drinking alcohol, but I also, when I drink alcohol, I'm doing it in, and obviously this is subjective, but I'm doing it in responsible places. When I drink, I'm usually at home. Once or twice every 3 months, I'll stop at a bar and have like 2 drinks, and then I'm going home. I'm fairly large man. 2 drinks don't do anything but make me smile. So I'm saying that to say, when I mention drinking, I kind of am, to my own ears, mention it flippantly, but I realize that people have different struggles in life, so I'm not trying to trigger anybody. I ain't on that soft shit either, but I'm just saying, I understand I don't want to sound like I'm enabling anything that anybody's struggling with or any bad habits anybody have. Sorry to sound preachy, but I wanted to get that out of the way. I said in one of my videos, you guys are the judge and the jury. You know what I mean? I'm just bringing coverage, stories before us, whoever watches, and giving my opinions on them. Understanding that that doesn't create dictates or mandates for anybody. Obviously, you're your own judge and jury in these regards, at least in my opinion, right? You're free to make your own decisions and bring your own perspective and form your own opinions, obviously. So I just want to make that clear because too many spaces on the internet where you got to agree or get the hell on. I don't play them kind of games. So I'm saying that now to say, guys, I've been availed to some new information, and so I'm going to be sharing it in bits and pieces how it comes to my heart and mind, but I'm going to stop trying to overly express my point. Like, trust me, if I'm saying some shit, I got a point. Whether it makes sense to anybody else or not, and I'm not trying to force you guys to agree, but I don't just say stuff randomly. If I'm saying this is because 1 + 1 has connected to me and it clearly equals 2. So I just want to get that out there. And I'm going to say one of those things that stood out to me in this video. And maybe I'm saying it because I already read the print article too and I have more information than you have if you only watch this video. But it was hard to hear and audacious and insulting to hear that dude stand up there and say he thinks that the man is a wuss because he was bold with women. First, let me correct the stereotype, man. Because a man is bold with you, because a woman is bold with you, that doesn't make them a creep or a weirdo. Some people just have charismatic personalities. Some people are not so insecure that they mind being rejected. A lot of people suffer from fear of rejection. There are people out there who don't. So I just want to correct that real quick because that was settled in the minds of some, and you'll start thinking a lot of the world already think like that. Every bold man is a creep. Ain't no way in hell. I guess every bold woman is a creep because there's a lot of them out there. No, that's not it. Bold creeps are creep. Doesn't matter the gender. That's something that stood out to me. The fact that you would call this man a wuss, but you said it like you were some type of hero. You're not. None of you cowards are. This man didn't just leave after this, as you so casually put it. He went to work at other departments. If somebody's lying, it's the journalists who covered these stories and brought them to us, not me. I'm going to leave a print article, Lord willing, in the description and or pinned comment. You can read it and see for your damn self. They said he didn't just leave that department in that area. He left and went and bounced around at other police departments, mostly in West Florida. We know who these cowards are. They are the wanderers. We know who their cohorts, colleagues, and co-workers are, and their employees and their supervisors and superiors. They are the cowards. You go out of your way to seal the records of these men and women when they wander around because they have criminal activity following them. You go out of your way to hide that so you can employ them and send them out amongst the American public. And yet you stand up there like you're not part of that fraternal organization of entire bullshit. And maybe I shouldn't have said fraternal because I don't know fraternal, maternal, eternal, buternal, all them ternal motherfuckers. You stand there saying he's a wuss like you're not. Like you motherfuckers stand side by side on everything. So I ain't like that. Like you were trying to see, there's no separation between you and this coward y'all accusing of this stuff. I'm also wondering, did he really? Or did y'all say this man dead and now y'all, trust me guys, I ain't got no verifiable proof of this. I just got common damn sense. There are a lot of times cops pin cases, old cases, cold cases on dead people because they want to close them for various reasons, including sometimes painting a certain picture of themselves to the American public. They want to look like motherfucking heroes. Yeah, the dead person did it. I mean, y'all can't prove they didn't. So that's something that went through my mind. I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't verify these liars' story. I can only go with what they're telling us. They said their partner did it. Might be funny y'all let them sit in that motherfucker and die. I know a lot of people right now, like they in prisons and jails right now trying to get compassionate release. They ain't killed no damn body. That's real stuff going on. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm only more insulted and as insulted as I ever am at how they belabored this damn pseudo investigation until this guy was dead. when he was making up all them damn excuses about the technology that's available now that they didn't have back then, you know what they did have back then? Those same damn friends that you now saying you cross-reference to get this information that this man had a relationship with this young lady. And whatever information you saying the friends gave you now. Or gave them that you went back and looked at the file. However you put it together, bro, they had those same friends then. According to the print article, your investigators and other officers knew this motherfucker had something to do with the crimes, or they strongly suspected it. But guess what, guys? Surprisingly, they did their best, but they couldn't find any real evidence to connect him to these horrific murders. They say he murdered another lady, too. I guess that's why this nun was, according to his own measures, is standing on stage saying that he expects multi-state investigations. I could go on and on and on about the horror, the indignity, the inhumanity. You know, all them damn fancy ass words I be trying to say in these videos to make y'all understand. They treat people like they're less than human, like we're animal, like dead animal carcasses at times. And we're supposed to believe it was just because of some unfinishable investigations. No, it's because it's your homeboy, man. And ain't no telling who else secrets he had with him and took to the grave with him. And y'all were willing to do that for whatever reasons, to protect whoever. I just know it wasn't American citizens. I just know, according to y'all, at least 3 women are not with us and they did not celebrate the New Year's. They don't know what the hell a 2025 is. And y'all let this coward die compassionately after you let him live free policing Americans for 45 years. I mean, I guess I'll just end the video saying the same thing I began to saying it. I be knowing what the hell my point is. If nobody don't. We're all human, and there needs to be a whole lot more conversation about those who treat others like they aren't. I don't give a damn what career they chose. Rest in peace to these young ladies, man, and you know, prayers for their loved ones. You always miss who you always miss, right? Y'all be good. Yeah. Florida and Tennessee again. Good old boy Jonas literally turned 3 white women into modern day Negroes and didn't give a damn the whole time. At least they consistent, huh? Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.